Hi and welcome to one more update video about Ethereum. No doubt, we simply need to zero in on the more modest time span on the more limited time period since I covered yesterday the day-to-day graph. So we should take a gander at what the diagram is doing here on the 1 hour time period. And over the course of the end of the week, truly not much. So the cost has simply been moving sideways, no genuine change here. Better believe it's sideways revision here on this outline. And as you can see, we've seen conceivable third wave top on the 23rd of May. This is the principal postulation, and the thought is that we're presently in the fourth VEEV pullback remedy, and my favored miniature count. Essentially, the thought I as of now have is that after this third wave beat, we had this sharp pullback, which is a wave, perhaps a little motivation, yet difficult to say, was an overshooting B wave starting there. A view, perhaps the A wave was in 3 waves, then you will generally get these overshooting B waves, and presently we could be in a C wave to the downset, yet that doesn't mean it's negative. It implies that you realize we see perhaps somewhat a greater amount of a drawn-out rectification C potentially hitting this well. Most importantly, the fundamental help region somewhere in the range of 328 and 3,644 in wave C. To the disadvantage, vital to acknowledge, I imagine that this is the perfect primary help locale for wave 4. The whole move up could be a slanting example, so I'm discussing the move up from the 13th of April low corner to corner on the off chance that it's an askew. I need to consider the 61.8 retracement for any pullback, despite the fact that that would be more profound than ideal. I would in any case favor the value not to break underneath the brilliant proportion level, or truly not even arrive. So regularly we say the half-lie level is the key help for wave 4. In an inclining, I need to give somewhat more space, yet entirely as currently referenced here in the message. Preferably the cost holds here around $3,330. That is additionally where we have, notwithstanding the FIP retracements, of Fibonacci expansion level. Since what I did too is to check, okay, I have the A frequency, how about we find out what the FIP levels are? Everything the Fibonacci expansion device is saying to me for the C wave to the drawback of VEEV down and afterward. The A VEEV and the C wave, they frequently have the very length, and that is then regularly here this arrangement of Fibonacci expansions for this situation between the 100% expansion and the 61.8 expansion, somewhere in the range of $3,567 and $3,331. In a perfect world, the cost would test that region and opposite. So essentially, you could consider it we have a huge help region, yet with the information we have from the interior wave structure in this wave 4, we can work out the objectives somewhat more unequivocally, and afterward we're searching additionally for region areas of juncture. So there are especially 3 levels that stick out to me. Most importantly, the 100% expansion at 3,567. That is generally, or suppose regularly, a critical level for wave 3 there. No for the C wave, this C wave. So it is possible that this C wave closes here. Miniature construction propose, perhaps we go a tad lower, and afterward it takes us to 3,475. There is some Fibonacci conjunction here, 2 lie levels definitely. So that is the second level that sticks out to me around 3,475, and afterward beneath that the 1.618 at 3,330. In light of the fact that there's additionally some Fibonacci intersection, fundamentally only mix of various group of FIP levels that are meeting up, and definitely this is what in any pullback I'm looking for. These vital levels. Right now it's conceivable that this C wave is unfurling, yet on the off chance that it will be, it's just a consummation slanting, which implies that we are managing restorative designs in the subwaves, and we need to plan for successive changes over the miniature designs in these askew examples. In a perfect world, the B VEEV has bested any break over the Friday high of 3,847 methods, or would imply that the value needs to remain underneath the wave 2 high in the event that it breaks above it. The translation of the diagram needs to change, yet that doesn't mean it's extremely bullish yet. I have no proof that something more bullish is playing out, despite the fact that more straightforward potential gain augmentations are conceivable as of now, not expected until the market signals to us, and that sign would be a break over the purple line. Then I would observe perhaps for a trial of the walk high of $4,100. That is my update about Ethereum. Trust you like the update. Assuming you did, kindly stir things up around town button, leave a remark, and buy in. And on the off chance that you truly like the substance, kindly look at the feed enrollment. Likewise, ensure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for extra satisfied. You rock. For watching. Bye bye. ETH 65,755 or 64,374 level may be tried, yet this is all inside the very situation of a wave 4 that is unfurling, which could prompt a 5th wave rally to the potential gain. It's conceivable that in this situation we managing a wave Y which could foster ABC design. Only one thought, this is only a sideways rec significant is that for the yellow include to stay legitimate, in which we're as of now moving in a wave 4. In a perfect world, we're holding the half retracement at 65755. Yet, actually the critical level that truly should hold here is 64,370. In any case, it's only excessively profound for a wave 4. I imply that wave 4 is now developing, getting very gigantic now, no doubt. So preferably it's over soon, Yet there's another situation clearly, which is one more supposed pathway the market can take, which is essential for a similar situation. So before we discuss that speedy update that today I transferred one video explicitly to X to our X people group. It is the Cody video that you folks decided in favor of on X. So it's currently online. I transferred that previous today. Go ahead and look at it consistently. You can decide on X for specific coins. Clearly COD one down here. So I will distribute the following survey sooner or later, well, 1 week from now, or this week, relying upon which time region you're in, presumably around Wednesday. Or not terrible, but not great either. Go ahead and follow us on X for loads of extra happy, no doubt. Additionally, some happy you don't find on YouTube. Okay, so how about we return to the situations? The other situation is the purple count, or it's truly a similar situation on the grounds that in the two counts I'd incline toward a potential gain breakout in the purple count. Anyway, we ought to hold this swing low, the C wave low, in light of the fact that in any contracting triangle design, the C wave, or the A wave, no doubt, which is the last flood of the triangle, ought to end over the C wave, so E above CD underneath B. So it's a contracting triangle, so everything revolves around creating more promising low points and worse high points. Then in the last video I referenced to you that we have now arrived at least objective for the D wave, yet I would truly favor a more solid D wave as a bigger AB, and perhaps now the C wave begins. We'll see. This is clearly now you realize it's actually not necessary to focus on you. Realize I would rather make an effort not to suppose foresee each littlest way in the event that it doesn't work. You right, that is not the way that it works. Everything revolves around seeing, okay, where might we at some point be in that triangle? I mean, perhaps the D wave is now, and yet it would be exceptionally frail. So perhaps a more solid D wave, and afterward one more higher low, and afterward be prepared for a breakout that will have some time off over the D wave high, which presumably hasn't bested at this point. A starting sign that the following move up has begun. Better believe it. Yet it's an alternate, as I said, an alternate pathway market could take in this fourth wave. Distinction is just that we don't make a lower low in the triangle design yet. In the two situations, I consider the design away for under 64,0370. So underneath the help region, I would need to consider an alternate situation that a B wave beat, and we will go to 55 to 58K before another inversion endeavor is made. Yet in particular, all these situations are bullish, so we get an opportunity to either in the yellow count finish an adjustment here and afterward rally higher to indirect 76K, or then again, assuming that level breaks, okay, the market required all the more revision, however, at that point can reattempt one more convention from down here. So bullish inquiry is exactly the way that profound is the drawback going to be, in the same length as we don't for even a moment break the main help region. I will incline towards higher despite the fact that this wave 4 is currently getting very lengthy and extended, yet triangle some of the time do that. That is my update about Bitcoin. Trust you like the update, assuming you did. If it's not too much trouble, hit a like button, leave a remark, and buy in. And on the off chance that you truly like the substance, if it's not too much trouble, look at the feed participation. Likewise, ensure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for extra satisfied. Much appreciated for watching. Bye.